Hi and welcome. Can you hear me?
Oui, bonjour. Good morning, sister.
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Me,
Yeah.
I am from Morocco now. Yes, you can start if you. I'm here, yes.
Okay, I share my screen and we will start our today's session. So,
Yes.
so I share my screen. Can you see my screen?
What?
Can you see my screen now? My screen?
Now, yes. Now, yes, yes. I see, I see.
Okay. Hi and welcome to the monitoring course on Google Earth Engine. So today is our second day and today I will try to discuss about the air quality monitoring using the Sentinel-5 satellite imagery. So mainly today our course content will be that, and I am the course coordinator for the Mijinur Rahman, and I am the GIS analyst in Bangladesh and Google Earth Engine expert. And today our course content is that for the air quality monitoring, first of all I will discuss how you can easily import, filter, reduce, clip and display air quality data in Google Earth Engine. So mainly in this part I will try to show you that how you can easily use the any air quality parameter which will be available in Sentinel-5, just like the nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide or carbon monoxide or other gases which will be available in the Sentinel-5 satellite imagery. How you can easily import, then filter, then reduce and then clip on your shapefile, and after this how you can easily display this result. Okay, then I will try to show you that how you can easily extract the air quality data in CSV file. Suppose you want to extract the air quality data just like the nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide or any other gases, how you can easily extract this data in CSV file format. And okay, I will start the recording.
Recording in progress.
And then how you can easily calculate the total emission of any particular gases. Suppose you want to calculate the how many nitrogen dioxide will be emission at a particular place at a particular time. You want to calculate this. Okay. Then we also discuss how to export the tip images. Suppose you want to make a display the result on a map, so on in Google Earth Engine, and after this you want to export this map as a tip format and use these tip images in other software, just ArcMap or QGIS software, for making your map for research paper as well as also make for the presentation paper. Okay, and then first of all I will try to discuss air quality monitoring using Sentinel-5. Actually, Sentinel-5 is focused on air quality and composition climate interaction with the main data products being O3, nitrogen dioxide, ozone, sulfur dioxide, aerosol. Okay, so Sentinel-5 also delivered the quality parameters for the carbon monoxide, methane. Okay, so now we can also observe all of these data set or gases in using the Sentinel-5 satellite imagery. So this is the main link for the dataset link. So I simply go to this link and try to discuss all of the dataset. So I simply copy this link from here, and I also provide you all of the slide and course material so that you can easily practice, no problem. So I just simply copy this link and open it in my browser. So now you can see this is the Sentinel-5P, and this Sentinel-5P mission in the instrument the collected data useful the accessing the air quality. Okay, this is the tropomi instrument is the multispectral sensor that records the reflectance of waveframe, the important for measuring the atmospheric concentration of ozone, then methane, then formaldehyde, then aerosol, then carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, as well as cloud characteristics as a spatial resolution of 0.01 arc degrees. So we can easily accessing and monitoring all of the gases using the Sentinel-5 satellite imagery. So here you can get all of the Sentinel. You can see this is the aerosol, this is the Sentinel-5 cloud, this is the carbon monoxide, this is the formaldehyde, and this is the nitrogen dioxide, this is the ozone, then sulfur dioxide, then methane. Okay, we can easily accessing and you can also get the monitor all of the gases. And today, first of all, I will try to show you that how you can easily import, then filter, and then reduce, and then for a special. So I will go to my slide and explain again. So first of all, I will try to show you that suppose you want to work with a special air quality data. Now how you can easily import this data set in your code editor, then how you can easily filter this data set, so then how you can easily reduce this data set and clip, and finally you want to display this result in your map interactive view. So first of all, we will try to show you that. So how to import the air quality data in Google Earth from the Earth Engine dataset. So mainly in here I will use the Sentinel-5 dataset. Then how to filter this data. So actually filter can be get the different types of factor. Filter can be depend on your time. Filter can be depend on your special specific region. Okay. Then how to reduce this image collection. Then how to clip on your shapefile for the air quality data. Then how to display this result on the map. And after this, we also try to show you that how you can to make the time series chart like this. Okay, so we will do one by one practically show you that in the code editor so that you can easily understand. So I just go to my code editor. So I open a code editor. You can see this is my code editor, and in this code editor I write my customer codes for the getting the air quality data. So first of all, how I can import this data set in the code editor. So mainly we can import this data set in the code editor that two way. First way, you can simply search there the, suppose I want to work with this data set. You can see, suppose in this time I simply work with the nitrogen dioxide. This data set I want to import in my code editor, as well as also display this result on the map interactive view. So just I simply click on this data set, and after this you can see get all of these dataset information. You can see here this is the dataset availability date. It will be start from the year of 2018. Okay, it will be present time, it will be present. And you can see this is the dataset provider, European Union, ESA, Copernicus. And you can see this is the collection snippet. So mainly we can use the collection snippet for import this data in my code editor, as well as also you can use the another method for the importing this data set. So I will try to show you the both kind of thoughts so that you can easily understand. So you can also see here the description about this data set. Okay, all of the description about data set. Also you can see the different types of band about this data set. Okay, also you can see the different types of image properties. Okay, and term of use you can also see here. So now I want to import this data set. I can easily import this data set in my code editor for the different way. Suppose you can see this is our code editor. If you want, you can also search this data set in your code editor. You can just simply search here the nitrogen, because in this time I work with the nitrogen. I simply search here the nitrogen. You can see this is the nitrogen. I want to work with the offline nitrogen oxide, so I simply click to here, and you can get the same information. Actually this information and this information will be same. So if you want to import this data set, you can just simply click on the import. You can see this is the import. This data set will be imported. Okay, this data set will be imported. And if you want, you can also just copy this collection snippet. You can see this is our Earth Engine snippet. I just simply copy this collection snippet and copy in my code editor. After this, I just simply give the name. Suppose I want to give this name for nitrogen, NO2. Okay, you can see this is the two way we can import our this dataset. Actually, this is our nitrogen dioxide offline dataset. I can import this dataset in the two way. If you want, you can just simply search in the top of the code editor and just import. You just click to import. This dataset will be imported. And if you want, you can also just copy this collection snippet and paste here. After this, you can just make a variable name. Any variable name you can put here. Then it will be okay. And or you can see this is the image collection. This is the default variable name. If you want, you can change it or not. It's totally depend on you. Okay. So you can see in this time I import my dataset, and now I want to filter this dataset for the different way. So first of all, suppose I want to import this dataset like this way, image collection, and if you want, you can change it. It's totally depend on you. So first of all, I simply change this collection name. Suppose I gave this dataset name is the nitrogen dioxide. I just name this nitrogen dioxide. Okay, I can give this dataset name. And now I want to check how many images will be available for this time. And you can also see here this dataset has a two band. You can see this dataset has a band, different types of band. So in this time I work with the nitrogen column number density. So first of all, I want to select this band. Okay, so I just call a variable, and I can give this variable name is NO2. Okay, and after this you can see this is my whole collection. Okay, this is the whole collection, and in this collection here are the different types of band, and in this time I want to from this collection I want to get only for the one, select the one band. This band is the nitrogen column number density. You can see this unit is the mole per meter square. You can see this is the main max pixel value will be added, and description total vertical column of nitrogen. Okay, we can get from this band. So I simply copy this band name. I simply copy from here, and after this I can simply call my whole collection. My whole collection will be stored in the nitrogen dioxide, this variable. I just simply call this nitrogen. Then I just put this variable name nitrogen dioxide. After this I simply use here the select function. Okay, I just simply put here the select function, and after this I put here my band name. So this is my band name. I already copied from here. So now I want to check how many images will be available for this, the whole collection. You can see this time period will be that it will be start from the year of 2018 and present time it will be available. So now I want to check how many images will be available for the whole world. I just simply use here the print function and just copy this variable nitrogen dioxide NO2. I just copy it and just paste here, then use here the size function and simply click on the run. So now I want to get the result, and you can see there the total 18,292 images will be available for this time period, year of 2018, for the present time, for the whole world. Okay, so now I want to filter this large collection image for my specific region. It can be for the specific time period. Okay, I want to filter it. So first of all, I want to filter this image collection for a specific time period. Suppose you can see this satellite image will be available this the 2018 to present time. Suppose in this time I want to work for the only for the 1 year. This is the year of 2020. I want to work with this data set. So now first of all I want to filter this data set. For I simply take a variable and give this variable name is the filter. You can use any variable name, filter NO2. Okay, and you can see here this 18,292 images will be stored this variable NO2. I just call this variable name and paste here. After this I simply use a function, this called the filter date function, and you can see this is the argument of this filter date function. I just put here the start date and end date. So I just simply put here the start date will be 2000. Suppose I want to work with the 2020. I just simply use the 2020 1st January. Okay, and I also in here the in date, it will be, I simply put here the 2021 1st January. Okay, so I can get here the from the year of 2020, full year of 2020. So now I want to check how many emails will be available for this. I simply use here the print function, and after this I simply call this variable filter no2, just paste here. After this I simply use here the size function, and then click to the run. So now I can get here these images. You can see I can get these images for the 5178 for the year of 2020 for the whole world. Okay, but in this time you can see here I want to work with only for the year of, suppose I want to, this collection is for the whole world, but I want to work with any particular region or any particular area. Okay, suppose in this time I want to work with the area of Bangladesh or any other country for Bangladesh. So just I simply import my region of interest shapefile. So here I already import this shapefile, and I provided you all of the beginners courses. So I hope you already know that how you can easily import your shapefile in Google Earth Engine platform and use it. So now I just simply use this shapefile. So I want to work with the shapefile. Suppose I want to work with this Bangladesh shapefile, boundary shapefile, and I want to observe this air quality dataset from here. So you can see this is our shapefile. I just click to import. This shapefile will be imported, and the default variable name is the table. So in this time I simply rename this, and I put this name is ROI. Okay, you can use any name. So now you can see this filter no2, I can get this result for the whole world. Only for the 5178 images will be available. In this time I want to check how many images will be available with only for my region of country boundary shapefile Bangladesh. Okay, so now I want to check it. So first of all I take a variable. So I take a variable and gap this variable name is filter region. You can use any variable name. Okay, so I just simply copy this filter no2, because this variable is stored the total 5178 images for the whole world between this time frame year of 2020. But in this time I want to only for those images which image will be available for my country boundary shapefile. Okay, so just I copied this variable name and paste here, and I simply use a variable. This variable name is that it's called the filter bounds. I simply use here this variable. This variable name is the filter bounds. You can see I just simply put here the filter bounds, and filter bounds is a function. It will be intersecting the collection or satellite images with your region of interest or your shapefile. So you can see its argument is the geometry, and in this time my argument is the ROI. I just put here my ROI because you can see my shapefile variable name is ROI. I just put here the ROI. So now I want to check how many images will be available in my country boundary shapefile between this time period year of 2020. I want to check it. So just I simply put here the print function, and then simply call the filter region this variable name and paste here. After this I simply use here the size function and simply click to the run button. Okay, so now you can see we can get the total images for the country boundary shapefile intersecting with the total the same. Okay, so now I want to work with this the images. Suppose you can see this image, you want to check this image when it will be taken. So I just simply use here this variable name and click to run. Okay, So image collection query aborted the accumulator the okay, so it will be over the 5000, so that's why it will be some problem and it has the some limitation. So that's why we also need to use here the another function, and I will simply click to the run again. So what's the happened again, we will try to discuss. Okay, so we can see here that the total 500 100 178, and it has the some limitation for the after accumulating over the 5000 elements. Okay, so I also decrease this time period. I just put here the 6 and click to the run. Okay, so now it will be okay. So now you can see here the total image collection will be 3000 to 3029, and we can get all of the information about this data set. Here you can go to simply click to the feature. You can get all of the date when this satellite image will be taken. We can see here is the total 3029 okay images will be available, and here you can get this result from here. You can see this the first image will be taken for the year of 2020 0602. This is our date. It will be capturing this time. You can see get all of the image capturing time. Here we can get the total all of the images okay between this time period. And now you can see here I want to work with this all of the image collection, and now I want to use here a get from these images. I want to get the reducer. We can use the different types of reducer here. So I want to get for the maximum pixel value from here. So for this I simply take a variable, and after this I simply put a variable. I want to get from here the maximum result of the nitrogen maximum pixel value. Okay, so I just simply use here the a variable max NO2. I just put here the NO2, and after this I simply call this variable name filter region and paste here. After this simply put here the max function. It will be calculated the max all of the pixel value. Okay, so now I want to show this result, so I just simply use here the, and after this I simply use here the map.addLayer function, and in this time my object name is the max NO2. I just put it, and then I simply click to the run. We can get this result. A new layer will be added here. So it will be loaded. Okay, you can see it will be loaded, but it's not clipping with my shapefile. So now I want to clip this with my shapefile, so it will be loaded. And they had the lots of dataset, more than 3000, so that's why it takes some time for the loading. Okay, and if you have the good network connection, that will be take for a few time. So in this time here the network connection is not good, so that's why it takes some time. So it will be available here. You can see the dataset will be loaded, and here the total the 3229 images max pixel value we can get from here. So it will appear, right, and it gets some time because the dataset will be large. Okay, you can see it will be appear, right, but we can get not the good result of this map. So now you can see here my dataset will be available here. You can get, I just change my code editor and get this new code editor. I just copy my all of this code here. So I just simply find my shapefile. So I just put here this shapefile and give this shapefile name is RY. I just put here the ROI. Okay. So now I simply use here the map center object for focusing my shapefile, and I use here the ROI and simply put here the zoom level is a 10. Simply click to the run. Okay, so now it will be okay. You can see here it will be appeared, but this is not the clipping with our shapefile. Okay, it will be appeared, and then I take another variable for clipping with my shapefile. Suppose I simply use here the variable give the study area. You can use any variable name. I just put here the study area, and after this I simply call the max no2. I simply paste here, and after this I simply it will be clipping with my region of interest. So in this time you can see this argument is the geometry, and it's called it is the clip an image to a geometrical feature. So in this time my shapefile variable name is RY. I just simply put here the ROI, and after this I want to show this result which will be clipping with my shapefile. I just copy this study area and paste here and click to the run. So now this map will be clipping, this image will be clipping with my shapefile, and I can get this result. Okay, it will be appeared, and now you can see it will be clipping with my shapefile the boundary of Bangladesh, country boundary of Bangladesh. Okay, so it will clip it with my country boundary shapefile, but this visualization is not good because I did not add here the any visualization parameter. So now I want to add this. So here this dataset, you can see this dataset had already some visualization parameter code. Just I copy this code from here. Okay, I just copy this code and I just paste in my code editor. Okay, so in this time you can see they use this code, and I will explain this code. Here they get a variable name. This variable name is the band visualization parameter. After this they simply use here the curly bracket and make a dictionary, and in this dictionary they define the mean pixel value. It will be start from the 0 and max pixel value will be 0.002, and they also make the color plated here, make a list. Okay, so we already know that after the object name which I want to show in my map at layer before, then I just put here this visualization parameter variable name. So in this time my visualization parameter variable name is the band vis. I just simply copy and paste here. Okay, and then simply click to the run. So now in this time I want to get this good looking map because I add here the visualization parameter. You can see it will be appear, right? So now we can get this map from here. Okay, so now it will be appeared and it will be loaded, and here the total we can get here the total 3029 images. That the total image collection, and from this I just calculated the maximum pixel value. You can see I can simply use here the max. Suppose you want to calculate the average pixel value, just you can put here the mean. Okay, so it will be very easy. So from this we can get this result for the maximum result of the nitrogen dioxide between this time frame. Okay, which time I will define here. Okay, so now you can see it will be appeared, and if you want you can also export this map as a TIFF format and use it the different types of research paper and research work, you can also present this map like this. I will try to show you that. Okay, so you can see here, you can see this is the map, and mainly it also the nitrogen dioxide map, and here I use the same method for clipping with my shapefile. After this I just download these tip images from here, and then I simply copy it, simply use this tip images in my ArcMap or QGIS software for making this map like this. Okay, so now I will try to show you that how you can easily export this tip image from here. Okay, so just I simply now I want to try to show you that how you can easily export this map as a tip format and work with the ArcMap or QGIS software and make this map layout. Okay, so now you can simply, this is our code editor.